What up, y'all? Coming up next, my updated profile for my Yang Zing shit. And why the fuck do I hate Quillos? Now cue the fucking intro. What up, y'all? What's going on? It's Easy the Legend once again coming at y'all. Today we're gonna be discussing my Yang Zing updated deck profile. I'm gonna explain certain things before I get into the deck profile. I want to give a shout out to my mans from KG who also plays Yang Zings that actually gave me the idea for me to main deck Skill Prisoners. I'm sorry I forgot what your name was. However, I'm going to sit there and give you the respect that you deserve and say that, you know what I'm saying, other than me, you're one of the best Yang Zing players that I've seen by far besides Ben. But I want to give you a shout out and I want to say thank you because the Skill Prisoners helped a lot. Also, I want to give thanks to everybody who showed me love over there at BK Regions. I mean, you know what I'm saying, y'all always show me love because y'all my family. You know, it felt good actually being surrounded by all these type of players and I'm showing up what I'm able to do with my Yang Zings and shit. Let me just give y'all the deck profile and what I thought certain aspects of the deck. Alright, y'all, so now on with the deck. Here it goes. One Masked Chameleon. Masked Chameleon may be cut out because there was just not that many plays, and most of the time when I had Boxy out on board, I would just set it, make him destroy the Masked Chameleon, make him bring back Herald or something else. Triple Jiaotu. This card has done so much for this archetype, and the main reason why I wanted at chips is because I want to see it more. And plus, the first turn plays is really important because if you know what you're playing against and you know, let's say, all right, everybody cheats. So if you shuffling and by accident you see a Shadow Fusion, you know automatically you're going to go for Bill's first turn and this is going to help you. I'm not saying I do it all the time, but it happens. Next, the one Pulao. Pulao is important, not really game one, but game two. Right now, game one, he's just a name. But game two, he's important because, let's say if you're going against Burning Abyss matchup, you want to make the Pulao instead of the one that's unaffected by traps, especially if you're playing Yazi, because they usually play Monarch Stormforth and sometimes Raigeki or maybe Dark Hole, whatever. And making the Yazi unaffected by spells helps a lot. Triple Swanee. Swanee is just that card, boy. Like, it's just a beater and it just gets over shit. And it really helps against like the rogue matchups. The one Tao Tai. Let me explain something, y'all. This card has won me at least 2 Shadow matchups because the Shadow matchup, they don't think that they have anything to bump with Winda. So they would crash into one of my dummy Yang Zings. I bring this out and I bump heads with the Winda. So there goes one Winda down. And most of the time, after you go for the Exceed play, they always going to try to go for Construct, and they always going to try to fuck shit up. They will never go for a Winda after you have a big monster play, unless they try to surprise you like Super Poly or El Shadow Fusion. Double Chi Win. I brought this down to 2 only because I feel like triple is not needed anymore. And also, I'm not going for like the whole synchro on your turn anymore. I'm more focusing on just stabilizing board presence on my turn with Jiaotu. Double Bixie. Bixie has did a lot only because Bixie with Bills helps a lot. Yazi being unaffected by trap cards helps a lot. There's a lot of plays that this card really did good. If it may go to trips, it may go to trips, but I really doubt that anytime soon. I like the number at 2. Triple Being. Being helps with the Yazi not being able to be destroyed by battle, with the Herald not being able to be destroyed by battle. There's a lot of plays you can actually do with the Being. You know, the regular Boxia loop, you could do that, and it just really helps for like the Herald a lot. Now we're going to go with the spells. The one Soul Charge. Soul Charge, I don't care what niggas on Pojo say. Soul Charge did justice. And Soul Charge would forever stay in the deck. Double Space Typhoon. The Space Typhoon may go back up to trips. I was just testing new things for the regionals. I like it at 2, but I feel like against Quillos, I need to see the 3 Space Typhoons. I feel like that was the drawback, and that's the reason why I kept losing the Quillos, because I didn't have the 3rd Space Typhoon main deck. Double Forbidden Chalice. Forbidden Chalice worked great. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a surprise. It was one of those cards that a lot of people didn't expect to see in Yang Zings, because a lot of people, they were just expecting to see skill drain, skill drain, skill drain. And when they were surprised to know the fact that I didn't main skill drain, but I mained the D's instead. So the double Pot of Duality. Pot of Duality helps first turn, like to get my floodgate cards or to basically even up my hand. Let's say if I want to go for a Jiaotui next turn, it gives me the extra Yang Zing monster that I need. The one of Kaiser Coliseum. This is the card that I wanted to tech in last minute, because when I was test playing, I think it was Friday and Saturday, I was test playing, and Kaiser Coliseum did a lot of work. And would I want to play more of it? Yeah, I could take out the Pot of Dualities for it, because I feel like Yazi and Kaiser wins games. Bills and this wins games. So it really did a lot of work. Double Yang Zing paths. I don't care what nobody said. Triple's way too cloggy. And what triple does, when you have 3, it gives it in your state of mind that, okay, I could discard one of these with Jiaotu and I could feel okay. You don't want to do that. You want to hold these because you want to save these for at crucial times when you do need that. Now I'm going to go with the traps. One main floodgate that I main deck is Shadow and Prisoner Mirror. Shadow Prisoner Mirror helps with the 2 out of the 3 main decks of the trifecta. It's great game 1 as a surprise factor. Also, do keep in mind, you don't want to have this out first before you have the Jiaotu play. Alright? Only play this if you're going to bring out another monster and you're going to go for Yang. If you're going to go for Yazi the normal way without Jiaotu. Do not bring this out and you have Jiaotu face down or in your hand. I just want to put that out there. Triple Wiretap. Wiretap, it did great against Burning Abyss. It did great against Rogue. It did absolutely crap against Shadows. And it barely did anything against the Quill-Off matchups. And it may go down to 2. Oh, I want to give a shout out to my boy from KG. He actually held me down with this tech. And basically, it helps against Virgil. It helps against Dragon. It helps against the Quill-Off that bounces back cards, because that's very important. That's how they do the OTK aspect of the deck. So that's one of the monsters you also got to keep in mind. And I really wasn't prepared for the Quill-Off matchup. I may wanted this to be at 3, but unfortunately I was only able to have 2. The double breakthrough skill. Again, I don't main deck skill drain, so I had to sit there and compensate for something. And I feel like breakthrough skill works a lot, especially with the window. I could just remove it from my graveyard and I could just proceed to sit there and go off from there. The one of Torrential. The one of Compulse. And Triple Creation. Also, fellas, look, listen. This card could work in the damage stat, bro. I don't know what is wrong with y'all that a lot of Yang Zing players, like I was looking at the misplays that they were doing, they would activate this before the battle when the attack declaration activated. I'm like, why are you doing that? Let the monster get destroyed by battle. When you want to activate the Yang Zing effect, you chain this. I don't understand how that's hard. Look it up. It says you can activate this during the damage stat. I'm gonna go with the extra deck. The extra deck is a little everywhere, so let me see here. The one Miss Bird. Miss Bird probably helped out like once. That was about it, but I barely went for him. But these guys, oh man, this monster was MVP of the extra deck. Like everybody thought Yazi was, but this monster, yo, it did so much. Even though it cost me my round 1 because of this, it went to a draw. But this monster, yo, if you're able to have a strong boss monster and you bring this out as a follow-up, you win. If you bring this out off a soul charge, you win. Let's see here. What else do I have? I have the Armades. The Armades. Remember I said about the whole construct shit. If you make this monster and it cannot be destroyed by battle, if they try to attack with construct, the only thing you would do is just take 800. That's about it. As far as the 6-star is concerned, I only played the one Goyo Guardian. I never went for him at all. As far as 7s, I have a Black Rose. Never went for the Black Rose. I'm not gonna lie, I was on crack for Yazi, so I didn't need to go for Black Rose. Double Yazi. Jesus Christ, this monster is so fucking good. Yazi beats a lot of these decks. You make Yazi unaffected by traps, cannot be destroyed by battle, game 1. Alright? Game 2, you automatically switch up your scenario. You want to make him plus 500 unaffected by spells. So Suwani makes 5. The Pulau I'm sorry. Suwani makes 4. Pulau makes 5. Jiaozu makes 7. So you're gonna make him 31 unaffected by spells. That's the play you want. Why? Because Burning Abyss cannot already target him. All right, so you don't have to worry about Fire Lake, Karma Cuts, Wing Blast, anything else like that. You don't got to worry about Virgil. And Acid Golem cannot beat him up, and BLS or anything else can't beat him up. However, if you go for the trap version, I guarantee you, you will get hit with Monarch Stormfall. Or like what happened to me, I went for the trap version. I went against my boy. I got hit with Raigeki, and that's how I lost. I'm going to go with the 8s. Double Boxia, of course, standard. Boxia is more crucial now because Herald came out. So if you just keep on recycling Herald, you're lit. Thought Ruler, I never went into it at all. Bills, I must have went into this monster at least 3 times. Bills is great against the Shadow matchup. Bills is decent against Burning Abyss, but I wouldn't go for it. I'd rather go for Boxia. But it's great against, again, the matchups that you know that they flood out boss monsters. This is really great against it. Crimson Blader, I only went for Blader once, and that was against the Shadow matchup. My 9-star is Gigancast, so I never went for him. And Leo, I never went for him at all. Alright, so let's go with the side deck. The one Thunder King. Thunder King, I only played it against, let's say if I was going against the Tellarknights, or let's say if I was going against Quillovs, that works. The Mermill matchup, that works. And yes, surprisingly, people are still playing Mermills. The last Space Typhoon, again, this should be main deck. The last Shadow and Prisoner Mirror. Double non-fusion area. It really did decent when I drew it. And there was one matchup that I had this, Shadow and Prisoner Mirror, and something else. I forgot what it was. Basically, the guy was locked. And by the time he drew Space Typhoon, it was too late. Double Chain D. These may be taken out for Max C's. I mean, not Max C's. I'm sorry, Flying C's. Because I was noticing a lot of times that Flying C helped out a lot more for people against Burning Abyss than the Chain D's did. I thought that Chain D was better to eliminate the threats, but it really didn't happen that way. Triple Dust Tornado. As you can see, I really hate the Quilloff matchup, so I side this in against Quilloffs. Chaos Trap Holes. I only sided this in against the one Shadow player because I knew he was bad, and I sided this in against the Burning Abyss matchup. I mean, it did okay, but it usually got space and stuff like that, so this may be taken out. And last but not least, Triple Mistake. You need to stop searching if you're going against Quillovs. Their search really helps out a lot because if you get rid of their Sacra Life, they don't get nothing. If you stop their Scout, they don't get nothing. So searching for them is crucial. And I feel like the Triple Mistake really helps out a lot. Anyway, back to the video. Alright, y'all, so there goes the deck profile. Now, before I end this video, let me give y'all certain notes and certain aspects on the deck. I went 5-2-1. Now, that's not the best record that I expected, but I know Yang Zings, they could do a lot of shit, boy. And my matchups that I lost to was Squillos. That's it. My draw was to the Shadol matchup, and that's because of a poor, you know what I'm saying, choice that I made. I should have went for Beals, and I didn't, and I went for Boxia because, you know, I second-guessed the fact that he had so many monsters on his board. I wanted a Boxia, shuffle him back, and I wanted to keep him at bay with the Herald when I should have just went for the Bills, and I should have just punched him in the dick. But I didn't. I wanted a safe play. I wanted him to reset all his answers, and that cost me the draw, because game 2, I attacked into a motherfucking dragon. The nigga sent my shit back. I said 3 back row, pass. Nigga motherfucking summoned the samurai bitch. Woo! He went Shadol Fusion, beat me up, pass. I'm like, oh shit, we in time. I can't put pressure on board because he goes Deca and Winder. Now I'm fucked, and I couldn't beat him in time. So that's the reason why we was able to get that draw. But otherwise, every other matchup, Shadol's whip out. The one Quill-Off kid, whip out. Noble Knights, whip out. Burning Abyss, oh baby. Them niggas caught the whips out, dog. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for liking my deck profile, watching the video, always showing me love. That's always Yacht, always the legend. Swerve. Quillos.